Hello, my friends, and welcome to a very new
That's great.
episode of Teach Me English. Yes, the format where I constantly try to to learn English. Yes, and this is the format where I need your help, and I need also the help of Bo, and Bo is also here. Hi, Bo.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
Hi. Today my big challenge is to learn how to describe pictures, and with this I have huge troubles.
Yeah.
And with the huge help of Bo and with the huge help of all of the audience, I hopefully will get better at this part. Yes, and Bo, last week she had a trip and she did lots of photos, and she provided these pictures that we have something we can describe. Yeah, Bo, how does a description for a picture work? What do I have to think about? What do I have to watch that I can do this really proper?
You have to think about the feeling you get when you see it. You know,
Uh huh.
and now that I look at that picture, now that I look at that picture, um, you don't get the, I don't think you get the feeling of being there. I'm just noticing that.
Who
I
knows? Who
took it
knows?
from,
Maybe I have similar experiences, but so the most important thing is the mood of the picture.
right, and the hero.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't have a hero in the picture. I
Well,
don't have a
what
focal.
about was it dusk or was it dawn?
It was just getting to sunset, and I was on my way
Uh-huh.
to the,
Okay, so
I think I was on the way to
m-
Arizona.
maybe the sun is the big hero inside of this picture. Who knows?
I think it
Because
is.
it's not the truck. Okay, so definitely not the
No,
truck. But
it's not
the
the truck.
sunset is gorgeous. Yeah, it's a dream.
It was
It's a
outrageous.
yes, exactly. So, how would you describe this? Could you please try to describe this so that I'm able to learn how to do something like this?
When I
I
looked
will
at
enlarge
it,
the
you know, I was
image.
looking at it.
Hmm.
When I was looking at it, first thing came was the yellow, and then how
Hmm.
it blended into that pink, and it just, it was just so beautiful. It was just so bright, and
Hmm.
then the where the pink meets the yellow here,
Uh-huh.
and it just creates that other color. Oh,
Here.
it was just fabulous. And but see, then there was clouds over here, and the
Uh-huh.
were clouds I've never seen before. They looked like footsteps. You know, they just like
Uh,
looked like footsteps all lined
uh-huh.
up, and they were really dark, really dark. Yeah, it was outrageous. But that was
Amazing.
nothing
Are
compared
there
to
animals? Are
like
there animals at the horizon? Near to the horizon, are there animals?
um down there. There might be a little bit further down. There will not be any deer, but I'm sure in those mountains there's mountain lions and coyotes, and
Uh-huh.
hopefully some foxes are left.
Yes,
And
hopefully.
but you
Mm.
can see, right? They're wiping them out. But you can see how it's so brown. Arizona
Uh-huh.
is really the desert. And you see
Yes.
how it's all brown. The houses are brown.
Mm.
The land is brown. Everything is brown. But
Yes, and
when I went
because
to my
of the
girlfriend's
of
place
the
in the mountains,
and
what?
because of the sunlight, because of the sunlight, we have silhouettes of trees.
Yes,
We have
yes.
silhouettes
They're
of
all, but
trees,
they're
and
really,
Mm-hmm.
They're really just
Yes,
scrub
bony. They are
trees.
like
They're
bones,
not like big
like
trees.
I see it like
More like a bush.
bones.
More like a bush.
For me,
More like a bush.
it's naked like bones.
Pretty much. It's just pretty barren. But then when I went into the mountain,
Bo,
all
could
the
you please do
trees.
your finger off the microphone? We cannot hear you.
Oh,
Oh, now we can hear
no, I'm
you.
not used to this phone yet. Okay. I'm not used to this phone yet.
Ah,
Where is that microphone?
this we will
Oh, okay.
change.
Yes. Well, I've
Yes,
already been back to Verizon three
uh,
times
okay,
trying to
you
figure it
talked.
out.
It's a cell phone provider in the US, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
It's pretty unknown in Europe. Verizon is pretty unknown
Oh,
in Europe, so this was the reason why I asked. But
okay.
what is about the horizon of this image? What can we see far away, near to the horizon? Can I say it's in the background of the image? Can I say something like this?
Yes.
So what
Yes.
is in the background of the image? Are these mountains that we can see, or are these trees?
No. They're just trees on flat
Hmm?
land. Flat,
Ah.
dry, rocky land.
Mm-hmm.
The mountains are further over
Uh-huh.
to the west, and then as you go down, as you go down further south.
Uh-huh.
This could be New Mexico, not Arizona. I'm not sure. I went to New Mexico, Arizona,
Uh-huh.
the Grand the Grand Canyon, and
Yeah.
then Utah.
Yes, the Grand
And
Canyon we
Utah,
we'll also see later. But back to this image, there is also a truck. And
there is
can you remember what this truck was? Was it from a company, or was it um, maybe a farmer?
no, it wasn't a farmer. This is not farmland. Um,
Your finger is again on the microphone.
so uh, it it's it's not farmland. It's not good land. It's
Mm-hmm.
just parched and dry. Yeah. Okay, there's the truck. Oh, see, all the
Sigma.
truckers were the only ones on the truckers were the only ones really on the road.
Uh-huh.
It was pretty empty.
And the road
And
was in total
now see,
pretty
look at the
empty, or
sky.
just pretty empty of trucks?
Pretty empty. No, the road just had there was only a few trucks,
Uh-huh.
hardly any cars, hardly
Okay.
any cars. And it was just a smooth ride.
Mm-hmm.
There was no construction, no big traffic. So it was nice. It was nice.
It looks fantastic, but I also know that this is a very hard place to live. Yes, but the view is
Yeah.
amazing. What do we
Around
have
this
here?
area. Ah,
What do we have
celebration.
here? Is
Celebration.
this
We have a
now I have
celebration.
yes, and now I have a question which is very important. Is this a picture? Is this an image? Is this an illustration, or is this a movie, film? I cannot
Uh,
differ this.
it seems it seems to me like it might have been a GIF.
Yes,
You know what a GIF is.
yes, I'm sure that
Okay.
it is, but
Someone sent that.
is this maybe an illustration then?
No, no, no.
No.
Illustration is a drawing. A
Uh-huh.
drawing.
This is maybe this is
Like
a
you're rough
painting,
copy.
an animated painting, which was done with a computer.
It looks to me like it's a firework going off. Fireworks, but it
Uh-huh.
could have been made by computer. But it looks to
Yes,
me
and it
like
could
it's
be
a
also
firework going off.
how should I say? There are these not firewire cables. How are these fiberglass cables? It seems to be tiny fiberglass cables with
Oh, yeah, I know
at
what
the
you mean.
end the color dot, and in the 80s there were lots of glass balls which contain fire no, not fire, fiber glass strings, and it was some kind of a lamp, and you could turn it on
I
and it
remember
had
those.
every color. And it was
Yeah,
like
a
a
lava
bush.
lamp. I think it was
No,
a lava lamp.
I don't mean the lava lamps. I mean these fiber
Oh,
glass.
just with the fibers.
Yes, with
Oh,
the fibers,
oh,
lots
I
of
like the
tiny
fibers.
fibers, and it was yes, like
It's like this.
a bound
My
full of
lamp.
flowers. Yes,
See that?
exactly.
It's like my
Yes,
lamp.
yes, yes.
It's like my lamp.
Similar
I know.
to this lamp, but with lots of tiny fibers, and
Right.
yes, maybe this is looped. It's looped. It starts always over from the
It looks
beginning.
like it is. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
looks like it is.
So what is it? Is it an
Oh, I like that
illustration,
though.
or is it hmm uh, what is it? An image?
It is animation.
An animation?
It's
Uh-huh.
animation.
Okay.
Because it's animated because it's moving. It's moving,
Yes.
so it's animated.
And what is this? Is this a painting then, or is this an illustration or an icon? Hmm.
That is, I would say, icon. Because it's not an
Hmm.
illustration because it's more of a drawing. It's kind of completed,
Uh-huh.
and it's not animation because it's not moving. So
Yes.
I would say it's just what was that third option?
An
Uh,
icon, drawing,
icon.
illustration.
I think it's an icon
Uh-huh,
to
uh-huh.
me.
And this?
And this would be another gift. This is an animation.
An animation
See,
made
she's
of
moving.
lots of drawings.
Oh yes.
Oh yes, lots of drawings. And it's saying I love you.
Each little part, each little part, they have to put together to make
Yes,
those. Well, I don't know if they
yes.
still do, but in the old days,
Uh-huh. Yes.
they had to put them all
Do you know
together.
the thumbs cinema?
Which one? No.
A thumb cinema, lots of you have a block of paper, and on every page you paint something else, and then you can use the block to show very quickly all the drawn images, and then you have a tiny cinema, a handwritten cinema. With in German we say pocket
Wait a
cinema.
minute. All right, you said one word wrong there. You said you see all the drawed
No, the
pictures. You s-
drawings. I will show you the so-called pocket cinema. It not this camera. Wait a second. Uh, um, Taschenkino. So pocket cinema. It looks like this. You have lots of paintings inside
Oh yeah, yeah,
of a
yeah.
block of
Oh,
paper, and then you can with the thumb you can release the single pages, and then it looks
I
like
haven't
that
seen them in
it
so
is moving.
long.
Yes, I love these, and in German
Yes.
we say literally translated pocket cinema. We call this
Oh,
pocket
see,
cinema.
I
How
have
is this
not
called in
seen them
English?
here in so long.
What is the name for
Uh,
it in English?
you know, I I kind of forget. That's how long it's been since I've seen them.
Yes, but how
I
are they
I can't
called in
remember what they're called.
English? Ah, okay.
I can't
Hmm.
remember.
Yes, literally
I can't remember.
translated, I would say pocket cinema, because it's of the pockets of the pants. Yeah, the pockets.
Right,
It's
right.
you can put it into the pockets. So so we call it pocket cinema, and I love these. And um, I painted lots of these, or I drawed lots of these when I was younger, and most of the time it
Really?
was just a jumping dot. Yeah, but it was
Oh,
amazing. It worked, and it was so cool. Yeah, it was so great. Have you ever
they are.
drawn
You
your
know,
own?
no, no.
No, you
And I
have
haven't
to.
seen them. No. I,
Hmm.
and I haven't seen them. I haven't seen them in years. I forgot all about those things.
Hmm. Yes,
I
there are
love
so
them
many
though.
things I also have forgotten. But what is this? This is something you cannot forget. What is this?
That's my camper. Oh God. God, now I feel like I'm still moving in it. That's my camper. And
Okay, so
so on the
let me
top,
try to explain this image to talk
oh,
about this
okay.
image. In the foreground, I'm able to see both fingers. In the midground, I'm able to see both camper, and in the background, I can see desert and um, yeah, a very dry land.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know this in English. What is this called?
That's the side of the road.
The
That's the
side
road
of the
marker.
road. The road marker. Okay. I'm also able to
Right.
see a road marker, and the road marker is put on wooden stamps.
It is, and I'm trying to see what's behind that.
Yes. This is something I want to see
That's
too. But
probably,
what is
I think
this?
there's just
Wood.
gravel and then
This is made of
I
wood,
think it's
but
just, yes,
yeah, this is made of wood. Then I can
little
see very
pilings,
dry
little,
grass on the
see,
left
and then we're coming
side.
on the mountains.
Pardon me?
And then we're coming up to the mountains. And then the mountains are further over on the left side there. There.
Yes. Mm,
See, I
how do you
probably got out
call
to take a picture.
how do you call this here?
I call
It's not a
that a little
mountain. For
hill.
a mountain, it's too tiny. What is it?
Oh no, that's a little hill. That's
A
just a
hill.
hill.
Yes. Okay. So
Hill.
on the left side, I'm not only able to see the road markers which are put onto wooden stamps. I'm also able to see a tiny hill. On the right side, there are also road markers and a street sign, a green street sign.
Right.
In
Right.
the background is made of sky. Is made of sky, and there are some clouds.
There are
Hmm.
some. That was just a quick picture that
It Yes, it's a quick
I was
picture.
coming back from take.
The horizon is not
That's why
balanced.
it's no nothing. Nothing is, including my
But
fingers.
yes, but yes, this is something I wanted to say. But there is a unique thing directly on the picture, directly in the foreground, and I'm talking about your fingers. I can see that on the camper, there is there are no numbers on the, what is this called?
That's the front of it. That's the front of the camper.
Mm.
That's
Ah,
where you drive.
yes.
The license plate in Colorado, you don't need a front and back. You just need a back
Ah, okay.
plate.
You
You
just
don't
need a
need a
back
front
plate.
plate.
Aha, okay. So,
So the plate.
what or who can I see here? Here I can see a stomach, a belly, not a stomach.
No,
Here I can see
you
a
know what that
belly
is?
and hands.
That is a. No, you know what that is? You know what that is? That's
No.
a you know what you put over your windshield to keep the sun out? Sun blocker. Do they have them where you live?
So,
Like,
is
say
he
you parked
was he the sun was
say
he
you
the
parked
sun
on the
blocker?
street. That
May,
is.
maybe I
And
misunderstood you,
this little thing.
but this looks like a man.
No, it's just. Oh, you know what it might be? It might just be the back window. It might be the back
No,
window. But
here is a man.
this,
Here is a man with a green pullover and blue jeans, and I
no,
assume chips, a bag of chips, a bag of crisps, chips.
no,
No.
that is no. That this thing in the very front over here is a little one of those LED things. It's so I was trying to catch sun because it's solar. So I was trying to see if I could power it through the window, which I couldn't. You can't power
Ah.
solar really through a window. You have to have it in the direct sun, and then it lights up. It's like a little flower pot um, with holes all punched in it, and then from the mouth of the flower pot are those LED lights, and they're
Uh-huh.
supposed to look like your water. They're supposed to look like you're watering your plant where you hang it. You know, you hang it like say
And I
you
cannot
hang it on one
see
of those
a
big
man with a
hooks.
green pullover.
No, I don't think so. That looks to me like the back window.
uh, Here.
Yeah, that's
So there is
the
no
little
so
gold
there is
thing.
no man with no green pullover and without any chips bags.
No, no,
Okay, so then let's see the
that's
next
just
picture,
exactly.
and here we have
Oh,
the begin of the
that's
Rocky Mountains.
no, that's Arizona.
That's
That's the beginning of
Arizona.
Arizona.
Ah, okay.
That's Arizona.
Uh-huh.
See, brown, 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 brown,
Yes, lots of
and that's
brown
what it all is.
and some clouds.
And then we're starting to see the mountains.
Uh-huh.
Now like, see, that's the clouds I was showing you. I've never seen
Yeah.
clouds like that before.
Uh-huh.
I was like, whoa. And I probably was taking it out
It
through
looks
the
like
window.
painted.
So
It looks like painted. It looks like a painting.
it's like it was unreal. It was unreal to look at. It was just
Yes.
I'd never seen anything like that.
Uh-huh.
It was outrageous. Yeah, so that's still on the way
Amazing.
to Arizona.
Yes, and here we have
Yeah,
lights from the car
see,
from
it
the
looks
other
like
side of the road.
right, and then see, it looks like big Bigfoot. It looks like Bigfoot stepped there.
I can see a snake. I will show it to you. Here are
Oh,
the
see, I see a
eyes.
whale.
Here is one eye. Here is the mouth of the snake.
Oh, oh, oh yeah.
And here is the
See, I see
body of the
a
snake. Can you see the snake?
yes,
Yes.
yes, totally. See, and I was seeing a dolphin over here further. this guy jumping with a little brown mouth, with a black mouth. I was figuring that was
Where is it on the picture? Is
jumping
it on the
dolphin.
top left or top right?
In the middle there, in the middle of those three
In the
clouds,
middle.
that middle
Please say
cloud.
stop.
Just kind of looked like, just it looked like a whale, or
A
a
whale,
no, it looked like a dolphin to me.
a dolphin.
A whale or
Ah,
a
okay. Here
dolphin.
is the mouth of the
Dolphin.
dolphin. Here is the mouth of the dolphin.
See, see, no, I thought his mouth would be up here, where the little black mark
W-
is,
w-
way up
Okay, somewhere
here.
here. Ah, this looks
And that
fishy.
pointer up there, up there.
This looks fishy.
It's fishy.
Interesting. Yes. Do you know how we call this? We call this pareidolia. When we can see something in the structure of anything, our mind is always looking for eyes and noses and mouths, and you can force this. You can force this by looking on structures. When you look on structures, then some parts of the structure are reminding you on archetypes of things you know from being a baby to now. And the funny thing is, you can often see in monsters or yeah, crazy creatures by looking on structures,
Oh,
and then
it's the
after some
angels.
moment, these, yes, angels, also angels, and lots of other creatures, like a hand, for instance. Here I can see a hand. I don't know why, but for me this looks like a hand. Here are the fingers. It's like this gesture, and here is a part of the arm. And this is very interesting. With this pareidolia, we are able to do something like how should I say? It's it's like yeah, it's how, what is it in English? Um, it's a sinology. It's like you have several senses and you combine these to create something new, but only in your mind. And this is very
Oh,
amazing.
yes.
So here I found something new. It looks very funny because when these here are the eyes, then we have a creature with a very, very long head. And this is
I
very
see that.
funny, yeah. Um, uh, um, um, and now, what is this?
Oh, that one. Okay, that is
It's very
that's
colorful.
an animation.
Uh-huh. It's a
What's
very
it?
colorful
Ah,
animation. For me, it looks like a flower,
to me too. It looks
a
like a flower to me.
never-ending blooming flower.
And yes, I was gonna say it looks like it's from droop to blooming.
Hmm.
Droop from the green shoot to boom, the color.
Yes, with millions of colors.
I
It's
was gonna
amazing.
see how you describe that.
I could watch it hours. Yes, it's wonderful. Okay, this is more static, but it's also
Oh,
animated. It's an animation of a flower, but here are just the colors animated.
right. Not the
Yeah.
hand.
Uh
So
huh.
what would that be? What would that be?
A rose.
That would be me hold that would be me holding up my lamp. Yes, it's a rose.
It's this happens with a rose
It's a psychic.
when I put my finger into the power supply. When I
That's
put my
right.
finger
That's
into the
right.
power supply,
It's a
this will
psychedelic
happen.
rose.
Yes. Hmm.
Yes, it's a psychedelic rose.
Here we have a huge mushroom.
And the little mushroom. That's where I want to live, in that
A
little
little
mushroom
mushroom.
house.
Wow, I think this is a huge mushroom house. Have you seen the bushes
And
and
it's
the
that
rest here,
com-
the trees? Yes, this must be a very huge mushroom house. When this is the door, it has a second
the door
floor.
is a pumpkin.
Really?
And a chimney. There's a chimney
Yes,
with the
there's a
smoke
chimney
blowing
here,
out.
and the smoke is yeah.
So that
Hmm.
so they
What
have
is
a
this mushroom
fireplace.
called? This mushroom has a special name. What is it? How is this called?
Not sure which one that is. Everybody likes to think that's the psilocybin mushroom,
Aha.
but I don't
In
think it
German we
is.
say Fliegenpilz. Fliegenpilz.
Vegan
A Fliege
pills.
is a fly, and a fly, it's a fly mushroom. Literally translated, we say fly mushroom. And the typical thing for this kind of mushroom is the white dots on the red cap, and
Right.
yeah, you should not eat it because it's
I
poison.
don't. That's what I think. But that's the one that the hippies always use. That's the one that the
Ah,
hippies
ah.
always show.
Okay, so that they are able to see the flowers like this.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So but it's not a peyote. A peyote is another plant.
No.
So
Yes.
now we are at the Rockies,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. So we
No.
have
Now we're
here.
in Utah.
No,
No.
it's in
Now
Utah.
that's Utah. Utah.
Okay. So what is the name of this
That's Utah.
mountain?
Because you will see. I don't know the name of that one.
Uh-huh.
It's just a whole. It's a whole 360. It's everywhere around you. This is in.
Mm-hmm.
This could be in Zion Park,
Uh-huh.
and it's. I don't even know if I can hardly describe it. It's red rocks, so I guess lots of iron,
Mm-hmm.
and it reminds me of our theater here, Red Rocks Amphitheater, and it's just the whole range. Everywhere you look is the mountains, and then if you look closely, you can see that little like finger sticking out on the right there, that finger. Well, if you look at those
Ah, you're
closely,
talking about
there's
the mountain. I was
yes,
I was looking at the
but your
bottom of the
mind,
pictures, looking for your fingers.
no,
Okay, so
no,
you talk about the
that
mountain.
guy.
Yes,
Those are all, and your imagination goes wild with picturing these pictures. And
yes.
I have one funny one. I'll send you on Unibor. um, and you'll get it. You'll get it. I won't write anything, but you'll get the picture. um, anyhow, if you look closely here, this is all like sandstone. It's
Uh-huh.
it's every
Yes,
day
also
it
also the
changes.
bottom, the floor,
So
also the bottom has the same
and
color.
it's very windy. It's windy
Uh-huh.
and it's cold, and and all those are just different shapes, and
Hmm.
every day they're changing with how the wind blows, and that's a windy state. Let me tell you, it was windy the whole
So,
time.
is it the right place to use a kite?
Oh yeah, oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Hmm.
It will go
Yes.
very high. It will go
Is
very
it
high.
is it the whole year windy, or just in March or April?
Well, I was there in the summer once and it wasn't. So it could have
Hmm.
been because further on it started snowing as we got further up the pass. But
Uh-huh.
it might not always be windy. It just happened to be windy then and freezing cold. It was like 0. But
Really?
the trees
Fahrenheit
are all
or
green
Celsius?
and
Fahrenheit
look,
or Celsius?
oh, Fahrenheit. Oh,
Aha,
look,
okay.
the trees are all green,
Yes,
even
indeed.
though it's that cold.
Yes, it's very
S-
interesting. Here, first we had pictures without any green on it. It was just brown with brown and brown on brown to brown with brown. But now we have lots of green tones, several green tones. We have a fresh, bright green near to yellow. Yes, a yellow greenish green, and then we have something into the white direction, and also a very dark and juicy green, like here over here on the
Yes.
left, on the right side of the picture. And it's amazing how many different green tones we are able to see here. It's outstanding, and the contrast to the red, or to the very red brown, yeah, is amazing. It's outstanding. And
It's
this was a
it's
house. Is this a
red. It's
house?
so. Oh no, nobody lives there. That's what was it? I wonder if
Is
that's
it a
Grand
ruin?
Canyon. It's a ruin, but
Ah,
I don't know what of. I
uh-huh.
didn't even notice that in there before.
Ha!
I'm
It
forgetting
was
what
not
that is.
important. It
I
was
have
not important.
to remember.
It's much more important to have this impression of yeah, grand
You know what?
contrasts.
This could
I
be
love
the
this
Grand
contrast.
Canyon. This this could still be the Grand Canyon and not Utah. No, it's Utah with that finger. It's Utah. It's Utah. Uh, I don't know what
Here
that
we have
is
the
over there.
pass.
Oh, see?
Here we
Right.
have the pass.
So
Now we
just a
can
few
see
minutes
it
later,
was
boom.
on the way in the direction to Williams and
Yes.
Los Angeles.
Williams was the next town.
Oh, just
Yes, that was the next
487
town.
miles to Los Angeles. That's not far away.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not compared to
Okay,
where we
so,
went.
and it was also
So
very
that's on the way.
snowy.
Yes, up on the
Hmm.
pass. So
Hmm.
I think this is on the way to Utah from the Grand Canyon. I think that last one was the Grand Canyon, and I didn't take very many pictures there. But Utah, I took a ton, and I
So,
deleted a
what?
ton.
How many degrees? How many degrees did you have on the pass?
Oh, it was probably about 0 to 5, 0 to 5. It was cold. It
Hmm.
was really cold.
What is
The
this in
dogs didn't really like
Celsius?
that. I don't know.
I think we should open a converter. Okay, 0 degrees Fahrenheit to Celsius.
Two Celsius.
Okay, it's the difference seems to be minus 17.7 degrees. So it okay. So in Celsius it's
Minus
minus
18.
17.7778. Ah, okay. Good to know.
So that's minus 18 degrees. Whoa! It was cold.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. Um, uh, but
See, I'm trying to
This
take
is one
these
of my
pictures. See,
this
the
is one of my
camper
favorite
sticks out.
pictures.
Oh, me too. But I want to get that camper out of there. See, the top.
That's not
I was shooting
important.
out
Bo, that's not
when I
important. It's
was
very
trying.
important. It's very important that the camper is
Oh,
also
okay.
on the image because there are three things which are very important. The old one, the nature. Yes. I'm not talking about us, yes? I'm talking about the nature. Then the camper, which represents similar to the car over here or in the background, new things, and the third thing is the season. Yes, the season. You can see the season here. And first we had the season winter in the on the pass, yes. But now here you
Right.
cannot see the winter. Yes, I think that this part of the world is looking very similar, but the days are shorter or longer. But it looks always very similar. And regularly it's hot there. Yeah, it's not that cold normally, and when it's cold, then it's only
Oh,
in
in the summer. In the
certain
summer. Oh, it
time.
was cold. No, it was cold
H-
this time. It
how
was
many
cold.
degrees?
It was cold here.
How many degrees?
Probably about eight. About eight.
Oh, that cold,
About
really?
8 degrees. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, it was pretty cold. It was cold. But I just love
Yes.
that road. How
Is this
it
for
went
power
like that.
supply
I
or
just
is this
loved
for
it.
phone lines?
That is for, well,
Telephone
you
or
hit
for
a
power
lot of dead
supply?
zones.
Uh-huh.
That's probably power supply
Hmm.
because there's really nothing bad there, but this is what it looks like. That's what you see.
Yeah.
That's all there is. So as you're driving, now you'll go in and out of dead zones, so you don't always
Uh-huh.
have a connection. And
Ah, okay. So
I did
it
there though.
isn't anything. It isn't something for mobile phone structure or something like this. It seems to be that there are cables,
No,
and these cables are um,
because
over the
there's a
ground.
visitor center,
Mm?
right? Because there's a visitor center, so they would power that
Ah, okay.
and
Yes, indeed.
uh,
Yeah.
certain things like that. A grocery store, and
Uh-huh.
then as you keep going, you come up to the campgrounds, and then there's other campgrounds along the river where you can just pull over and camp, and that's
Is
how
there
it is in it.
any Walmart in the surroundings?
Any what?
Walmart.
Water?
No, not water.
Oh,
Walmart.
Walmart. I think in Williams. I think in
Uh-huh.
Williams there
Okay. Yes,
was.
in the city. Yes. Yeah.
I
Wow.
know. I know
Beautiful.
that.
Wonderful.
I know that. We went to this place called St. George, which is also in
Hmm.
Utah, but it's so weird. It's palm trees. Now everything else is freezing cold. It's
Hmm.
palm trees and 60 degrees. It's just
Yeah.
this one little like like village, and it
Yes.
is
And
so
20
cool.
miles later.
And then 20 miles later, you're freezing. Yes,
Yes.
but this is how it is. It's all like that, and then you go through tunnels. You can see a little tunnel there at the bottom of that mountain,
Where
and
is the
I think
tunnel?
they were built right under that mountain. I'm thinking that's the
Ah,
tunnel.
okay, it's
It might be.
under the mountain.
It might be a lookout,
Hmm.
or that could be the tunnel. But in those tunnels were built in the 30s by the Civilian Conservation Corps, and they
Uh-huh.
started in America to employ all the people after the war, and Um,
Mm-hmm.
they built this highway, and um, when they were building this through Zion National Park, they built this out of the stone. Like I guess I had to, just chop through like the Rocky Mountains. But they also put windows in it, and then
Uh-huh.
you get to look out the window, say on the side of that mountain, at the view down here, and
Wow.
it blows your mind. The
Yes.
windows are so cool. See,
I can hear
last
you.
time I was there was nobody on the road, so I could stop and take a
Uh-huh.
picture. This time it was a little more crowded, so they were beeping at me, so I had to hustle along.
Wow, but this is amazing. This is amazing. Um, have you
I
ever
know
heard
it was fabulous.
from the city? No, not from the city. From the village of Focking.
No,
Have you ever
I
heard
don't
from
think so.
the from the village of Focking? It's in Austria. Yes. No, Focking. It's not
You're s-
fucking. It's
you're
Focking.
s-
There are many fucking roads there. Yes, but have you never heard from fucking? Okay, so
Yeah.
let's do a tiny tour through Fucking. Fucking is in the near surrounding of us, and it should be very nice in winter. Yeah. So okay. Google Maps. Let's open Google Maps and then let's find Fucking in Austria. Yes, it's this is the road sign of the village. Yes, and it's
Well,
spelled F
I wish
U
I knew.
C
I
K I
still
N
don't know how
G.
to do screenshot. I still don't know how to do screenshot on this phone, or I would
You can.
screenshot that right now. I'm gonna
Don't
try.
worry, Bo. Don't
I
worry. You
I don't
can
know how
you
to.
can screenshot it later when you've watched the video.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yes, and this
Oh
city
gosh.
and the village sign is being stolen regularly. Yes, but this is
I'm sure.
Fucking. Yes, and they have how should I say? Wait a second. I will just open a supporting image to show more.
What does Fuki mean?
Nothing. It's the name of this.
Oh.
Yes, and before about 1 or 2 years, they changed their name with double G. Yes, and I think you know the reason for this.
But you still
And
say it. You still say it with the K.
yes, Fucking.
Fuki.
Yes.
Okay.
And this here, the persons who lived there hated it that so many people were there with cameras doing photos, and so they changed their name. Yeah, but it's a very urban village,
Oh,
and
gosh, with all
maybe
that
I
land
can
around
show
there.
you some pictures here. Um,
Wow.
yes,
That's
they
urban.
changed. Yes, it's urban, I say. I mean, landly. Okay, here you can see a bit of this. Yeah. So you have green trees and farmhouses. Yeah, and there are just some people. And as told, the street sign has been stolen regularly, and so finally they decided to change the name. Yes, so here you can see the
Fuki.
the old sign, and here is the new sign. Uh,
Great.
it's really a
Great.
pity that they changed the name because if uh, if I lived there, I would open a hotel or something like this. Maybe the fucking hotel or something like this, and then I yeah, some tourists would be nice. Yeah,
Adults only. Just
and
make it adults only.
yes, sure, an adults only hotel. But it's a pity they changed their name of the village to Fucking.
Yeah.
Yes, which comes very close
Yeah.
to the original spoken name of the village. Yeah, former it was Fucking, and now it's Fugging. Yeah, Fucking. But fucking is also a word in Dublin. But it's the same word that we are not allowed to say on stream because otherwise the stream is blocked by YouTube. You know what I mean? Yes. So this was a
Yeah.
tiny insight into a village which um, renamed itself because of bullying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. But
Oh my
in the
God.
nearest surrounding there is another village called Mösendorf. Mösendorf, and Dorf means village, and Möse means is a very deep name, a very vulgar name for vagina.
Oh. Now listen, when you
Yes,
say village, let me hear you say village, not
village,
village. Village.
village.
Yeah.
Yes, and this is Mösendorf
Very,
village.
very
Very,
good.
very village.
Musendorf.
This is Mösendorf, and Möse is a vulgar name. No, not vulgar. Do you say vulgar?
Oh.
When you
Vulgar.
mean a very bad
Vulgar.
expression? Vulgar. Okay, it's a very vulgar
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Vulgar.
index. It's a very vulgar index for the expression vagina. And the first time
And
I
it's
drove with the
also,
car,
and it's
the first time
also it's in bold.
it's in bold, yes.
Oh my gosh.
The first time when I drove with my car, yeah, it was the first time after I got the driving license. I drove. I thought, yes, Johannes, let's do drive through the landscape of the county of Salzburg and see the beauty. Yes, and then suddenly I saw this road sign. Yes. And I started laughing deeply out of my heart, yes. And 20 seconds later, yes, I came down a bit, and then there was the end of the village, which means there is also a road sign, but it's with a red big um, line indicating that the village ends. Yes, and so so I came down. Yes, and was concentrating again on the road. Yes. And suddenly the end sign of the road was there. It's really a a very tiny village, and yes, 20 seconds after the entrance, after I entered the village, the end came, and I had to laugh again, and it was so funny. And then I passed Fucking. Yes, and then I passed Fucking, and it was over. Yeah, I was not able to drive. I had to stop. I had to stop, and it was the very first time that I explored these villages. Yeah, it was crazy.
Village, village, village.
Village. Yes, but what is the plural?
Villages.
Villages.
E-S.
Villages. Or
Villages.
villages.
Yeah, yeah. Not villages. Villages. Like very.
Villages.
Village. Very.
Very village.
Yep.
Very village.
Very, very village. Village.
I hope I will
Not
get
religious.
this. Yeah.
Village.
Oh, here is the end. Here is the end marker of the village. Here is the end
Oh.
marker. Yes, and it was over again. Yes. I was not able to drive any farther. Yeah, I had to laugh. I had to laugh. I had to stop. And there is really nothing. Yeah, there is really nothing. Here is, yes, there is a tiny church and lots of landscape, but there is nothing. Yeah, and and I was
See,
um,
if you
on
had
the
that red
side of
line,
the road, just laughing and crying, and it was over. Are there funny names in your surroundings?
not like that. I passed one on the way home. It was called No Name. One town called No Name.
Really? There was
So
a
I
town
took a
called
picture.
No Name.
Yeah, it's No Name. So I took a picture of it. I'll send you the picture.
Yes, please, please
I
do
thought
this.
that was great.
So there is. Is it a city
See,
or is it a city or is it
it's
a
a town.
metropole? A town. Okay. What
No,
is the
no,
difference
no,
between
no, no.
town
Just
and
a town.
village? What is the difference
Village.
between
Town
town
is
and
bigger
village?
than size. Size.
Yes, yes.
A
Size and
village is tiny.
citizens.
Village is tiny. Tiny.
How many citizens
And
does a
population.
village have? Yeah. What is the population of a
Mm,
city?
they could go from like,
Town.
I mean, there are some with 150 to say 3,000. 3,000 or 2,500.
Okay,
That might be a
that's a
town.
town.
Now
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
a village would be, I'd say a village would only be at the most
Under 350 persons.
750 or maybe 750 even here. Not
So,
sure. There's
fucking
not so many
is
village. There's
definitely
there's
a village.
yes,
The
and
village of
the
fucking.
and the other one with the sign crossed out with the red sign.
Mösendorf, yes, is also
The
a
end.
village.
Right. Okay. So if you had that red sign, if you had that red thing across it in the USA, it would be there is no. That's not here.
Ah, okay.
It would be like that. That's
Yes,
not here.
after this sign, it's not there.
That town is
This is the meaning
gone.
here.
That town is gone. Yeah.
So are there
See,
any
we
street
don't have
signs
so
for
many villages
cities in the
or
US? Are there
cities
street signs for
in.
cities? Yeah.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
So opener signs.
Lots of
So,
cities.
so
Lots
does
of signs.
Denver have signs for the borders of the city?
Yes. You have welcome
Yes.
to Denver, welcome to Lakewood, welcome to
Oh,
Boulder.
these we have additionally. These
Yeah.
are financed privately. Welcome to, and then the name of the city, the name of the town, the name of the
Right.
village, and there are also district
Village.
signs. For instance, Salzburg, and underneath in tiny letters there is a district. So you have, for instance, Salzburg, and then Lehen. Lehen is a district name of Salzburg, and we also have signs. They mark a county. They
Right. We have counties.
the tiny. This we have also, and we have so-called Bundesländer. And Bundesländer are huge. First we have districts, and then we have the so-called Bundesländer, and then we have the state border. And we have 9 so-called Bundesländer. These are not really states, yes, but they are partially independent from the state from the state itself. For instance, the law for the protection of the youth, for instance, is given to the counties, to the Bundesländer. But the districts of the so-called Bundesländer is not separated from the state or from these counties.
Oh, right, right. So they still use
Mm.
the utilities like
Mm.
electricity and stuff from Austria.
Yes, yes, there are some, not only this, but also, yes, there are lots of several things which are parted between the so-called um, state and the Bundesländer. Salzburg, for instance, is a Bundesland. Upper Austria is also a so-called Bundesland, and Carinthia, maybe you have heard before about this, is also a so-called Bundesland. And these are also parted in districts, in political districts. And inside of the political districts, you will find towns, you will find villages, you will find some cities. Austria is not that huge, yeah, but you will find some cities. And yes, there is lots of wood and mountains in Austria, but also flat land, yeah, between of all of this. And the funny thing is that these districts contain yes, villages, cities, and so on, and huge cities do also have districts. And Salzburg, for instance,
Oh, yeah.
has some districts, but Vienna does have lots of more districts. And with the zip code,
Yes,
you
we
can
have that
figure
too.
out which district it is.
Right. We have that too. Like in Denver, there'll be
Hmm.
an area called Rhino, and that stands for the River North. And then there's a Park Hill, and there's just different names for different
Hmm.
areas. But it's still the city of Denver. Still the
Yes, and
city.
are they introduced with a street sign?
Um. Oh yes. There's
Yes.
always there's a million signs. There's always a sign. There's always a sign. Sign. Everywhere a sign.
Everywhere, yes.
Let me tell you.
I played lots of video.
And that
I played
sign.
lots of video games, and there was also a game where I drove a car, and I never saw district street signs in this game. So this game was very unrealistic.
Oh, yeah. See, and I only played that one game
Damn
last
it!
week or th
Yes, you played Super
three
Mario.
weeks
This was
ago.
really cool.
Right. Actually,
Yeah.
that was 3 weeks ago. I forgot I was gone for 2 weeks. So
Yes.
like it just
Yes.
kind of stretched out.
Yes, but this is it should match for all of us. Yeah. So don't worry about this. And a final question. There is a final question because of the images and the pictures. Yeah. Is there anything? No, not anything. Is there any way to explain images with the help of layers? I think
Oh,
on
layers.
the
That's
foreground,
photography.
midground, background, and things like this. Or are there other layers
Right.
I can use? How can I split up the
That's a big
images to explain where is what on the image or what is where on the image? How can I do this?
That takes me to the photography class, um, with the composition and the different the foreground.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you want your eye to lead. You want your eye to lead the viewer to what you're seeing, to your hero. They
Yes.
call it your hero. And so, say you were taking, uh, what did he have? Maybe it was Sydney, Australia, and he was taking a picture of that museum. You know the one
Mm-hmm.
I mean? And there was a bay, and then there were rowboats and a dock, and the lights came on the building, and they reflected on the water and on the canoes, and it just was the most fabulous picture because your eye first saw the canoes, and they were kind of shining with the light from your hero,
Mm-hmm.
and then the water was glistening, and then boom, there is your uh wait, what tower was that? Oh, I forget now. I forget. I forget what tower it was. Uh, the round one, not 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 Paris. A round tower.
Was it
I
the
can't picture
television
where that
tower of
is.
Berlin?
No, it was
No.
like a landmark, but I can't picture where. I can't remember where it was. Can't remember now.
What
Can't
form did it
remember
have?
anything. It was just a circle, just a dome, like a dome on top of a pole.
Okay, so on top of
And
the pole
wait,
was
no, I forgot what I was talking about. I
something
forgot what I
round.
was talking about. Uh,
Hmm.
Right, a dome,
Was it
more
something
like a
like
dome.
this?
Um,
Was it something
yeah,
like
kind
this?
of like that.
Hmm.
Yes. Where is that?
In Berlin, I
But it
think.
was wider. It was wider. It was wider
Uh-huh.
around. I forget. I forget the picture. I forget the picture. I've been trying to listen to these photography classes, and now I'm all mixed.
Hmm.
I'm mixed up on everything. I mean, I was trying. I was
This
well
is
before I left.
the
I was trying to,
this is the photo from Wikipedia showing the television tower of Berlin.
yeah, that wasn't it. I
And
forget what
that
the
wasn't
picture
it.
was.
Okay, so
I
now
even
it's
forget what we were
clear.
talking.
You were talking about
I even forget
a
what we were
pole,
talking
a
about.
pole with a sphere on it,
A circle. I know, but I
a
don't know why I was
circle.
talking about that.
Hmm.
I
Have you
know.
ever seen the atomium?
I don't know why I was thinking about that.
Have you ever
No.
seen the atomium?
No. Oh my. Where is
I
that?
think I think it's in Greek. No,
Ah.
no, it's in Brussels. In Bristol.
Oh, in
In
Brussels?
Belgium. It's in Belgium. Yes.
Man.
The atomium.
Belgium. Ah.
Here is the flag of
Oh.
Belgium. I was not able to see it on the first sight. Yes, it's a
Right.
very
Oh, yeah.
interesting building. Yeah. And yeah, sometimes I ask myself how to describe something like this. So here I have a picture of the atomium in Belgium, and then I have in the foreground I have some some text, yes, but in the midground there is near the center of the image the atomium, but it's more on the right side than on the left side. And in the background, I can see,
Or the middle. Right.
yeah, Yeah, it's
You
close
can
to
see
the
the
middle, but
sea
it's not directly in the middle. And
and
yes,
the
and in the
sky.
background I can see the city and the sky, and lots of houses in different sizes.
Now, are these see-through? Can you see out of them?
What can I see?
Are they like big? Are they like big balls? Can you
Yes,
go in
they're
them?
like yes, you can go in them and you can
Oh,
visit the inner of this, and yes, it's in a really weird city because there are so many different houses. There are very huge houses like skyscrapers and very tiny houses like one family houses, and all are together in one city, and this is very interesting. Directly at the atomium there is also a park, and this park is used as
ooh, that's nice.
for parking.
Oh, for
Yeah.
parking? Oh, to go see
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
It's a
oh.
national. It's a national. It's one of the national symbols of Belgium, and it's a very old. I'm not sure when it was made, but I think it was for the world exhibition.
Oh, oh, oh. I know. As you
Yeah.
drive around, even in the States here, there's just always something somewhere, like that, a little
Mm.
landmark, and it's like, wow, wow.
Yes,
And another one.
as I assumed, it was the atomium was the leader thing of the expo in 1980, 58.
58.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it is
Oh,
saying that they wanted to get rid of this, but between 2004 and 2006, they did with huge national enthusiasm a renovation of it, and yearly 600,000 visitors are visiting it. And there is also the art
visiting.
center inside of
Visiting.
it, visiting, yeah. And it's also
Ah.
the art center of Bristol, Bristol, Bristol. How do you say it?
Brussels. Oh,
Brussels.
I say it
Okay.
Brussels.
Okay, then Brussels, and
Like
it's
Brussels
also the
like
art.
Brussels like
There
Brussels
is also
sprouts.
the art center inside of it, and this is very fascinating. Yeah, it's a very fascinating building. Hmm. I think the first
I
time I
have
saw
got
it
to
at
get there.
the television, and I think it was 9 years old. That's very,
Wow.
very interesting. Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait till I get my Europe trip. I can't wait because my whole
Yes, there is
family went
lots
to
to see.
Europe, and I right, and I didn't go. I was the only one that didn't go, and because I was opening the restaurant, and now I want to go. Now I want to go. I'm just trying to figure out which season because I like summer
Mm.
and winter. So, because of all the lights and the decorations in those countries, oh, it's nothing like here. Nothing like that.
You
It's
missed
just,
only one attraction. You
oh,
missed only one attraction, and this was Fucking in Salzburg, because they renamed the name of the. I don't want to say village, otherwise Bo will correct me again. Yeah. Yeah. The this place, which is much tinier
but
than a
I
town.
like the sound of it. I like the sound of the word village. Village. It's kind of cute. Village.
I don't know it better,
I
so
do. I know. That's right.
Hmm.
I'm still working on my alphabet too. Oh, I
Yes,
have
I
not done
know, I
any
know.
at
But
all.
by the way,
Like,
tomorrow we will see. Not we see. Tomorrow we have our next meeting, isn't it?
I know. And I was thinking,
Same time,
should I
other
cancel it?
channel, and
I have not.
privately.
I have not done the homework yet. I have done nothing.
How could you? Now, in English,
Well,
how
I
dare you are?
because I didn't realize I was going to be looking out the window the whole time. And so I wasn't on the phone. And then I was in all the dead areas and I couldn't get on the phone. And on the
Yes.
phone is where I have all my, well, I did have my books with
Yes.
me.
For how long
I
are
could
you
have done
back
it,
now?
but uh,
For how long are you
Tuesday,
back now?
I we got back Friday night, so
Yes, and
Saturday,
then you had
Sunday,
to do
third
all the
day.
washing and all the cleaning and
No, not really,
I'm
not
look
really.
I'm
I only
I
wore,
try to find some
I only
excuses for
wore three
you.
clothes. No, I only wore, I wore three clothes, so I wouldn't have to
Mm.
do laundry. I didn't
Yes,
have any
so
shower or anything except for the day of the Dylan concert. So I hadn't had a shower since the third till the 12th.
yeah, you
But
cannot wash these parts of your body where Bob Dylan kissed you.
well, I have a tub and a shower in the camper, but it was so cold. I didn't want to get out of my pajamas, so I was just putting my coat over my wool uh, fun johns and just going out like that. I mean,
Hmm.
after
Yes,
COVID, anything goes. Anything goes. You know what I mean? I'd go out in my pajamas right now. I really would. You know, it's like
just use the
nobody cares
so-called
because nobody
onion
looks at
look.
anybody. Everybody's afraid to.
Ah, don't care about this what others think. But do you know the onion look?
No,
No. Okay,
no.
the onion look is easily explained. Just use the first um, um, the first cloth that you have is the first part of the onion. Then on top of this, you pack the next part of the onion, and then the next part, the next part, the next part. So you can control the warmness of that what you have on your
Okay.
body. So this is the so-called onion look. And with the onion look, you can put on clothes over clothes over clothes over clothes.
Right.
And
Okay.
so it's
So I know what it is. I didn't know what
it's
you
like
called
an
it.
onion, yes. And with the help of the onion look, it's never too hot or never too cold. So you can always put two layers off when it's too hot, and you can put three layers on when it's too cold.
See, that's what you have to do here in Colorado, because
Yeah.
say from my house, and if I drive a couple of miles, I'll be further up in the mountains, so it'll be colder. I have so many clothes packed in the car. I have winter
So you
clothes, you know, a
have ever
coat,
used
this
the
and that.
onion look? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just didn't know what to call it.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Do you have
I
a
use it
native
all the
name
time
for
because
this?
I'm always freezing.
Do you have a native name for this look?
No, just layering, just layers, just layering.
layering layers. Okay, so
layering.
the onion. I think the onion look is a cool name for this. Maybe you can
Yeah,
talk with it, talk about it with your friends, and
that's
maybe
right.
in about 3 or 4 years, this word onion look
It will be a
is
word.
is is a word. Yes.
and they'll and they'll put it in the dictionary.
Yes, let's force this. Let's force this. Bo,
Well, they put
tomorrow
everything
we
else
will.
in.
Yes, sure. Also catfish. But I'm not talking about the fish. I'm talking about those people who use fake profiles.
It's saying what?
Catfish.
Now, what about
The
catfish?
term catfish is used for people who do have fake profiles.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, yes, since about 10 years, it's a word for the English language. On MTV, there was a show which was called Catfish, and after a couple of seasons, they used the word inside the dictionary. So that's really
Oh, you
cool.
you posted that. Did you
No,
post that
no,
today?
um, no. I submitted you a link to Catfish the movie.
A song. Oh, oh,
No, a
oh, oh.
movie, not a song. A movie, a movie. Catfish the
Oh, okay,
movie.
okay.
It's the story. It's the story of Yanif, and Yanif's brother is a movie maker, and Yanif wanted to meet a friend who he just knows over the internet. And he thought it will be a huge breasty girl with long blonde hair, but the person was different. Now they are friends, yes, but his brother did this documentary about his search, and this is the story about. And after the huge success of this documentary, Yanif started a show on MTV, and the show was the same. No, the show had the same name than the movie, but it was not Catfish the movie. It was Catfish the TV show, and they tried to figure out, are these catfish or do they have authentic profiles at the social media? And there were women and men who were tricked, and also men and women um, uh, who were not tricked. Yeah, and but this is a very amazing real reality TV format, and this reality TV format was responsible to include the term catfish into the dictionary. And this is really interesting in this meaning. Yeah, I'm not talking about
Ah,
the fish itself. There is also a fish, a type of fish
uh-huh.
which is called
Right.
catfish. Yeah, and but the
Oh,
meaning,
I know that
fake
one.
profile user who tricked lots of people, is since this TV show, and this is really amazing. It's very interesting.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's
And
that's
let's
good to
hope that
know.
we
That's
get
good
the term
to know.
onion look also into the dictionary. But maybe it is already in the dictionary.
Okay,
I will do a
it
research.
might be
I
because
bring
when
it
you go
into
to
the
a
screen.
restaurant,
So onion, 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 onion shaped, onion bagel. Mmm. Onion chopper, onion dome.
I like that.
Ja. Zwiebelsuppe, onion soup, onion vinegar. Hmm.
Nope, no onion.
Let's try it just from German into English. Onion look. It is already a term.
Okay, so it's Zwiebellook. Is that
Yes,
Zwiebellook?
Zwiebellook. Exactly. Zwiebellook.
Okay,
It's in German.
Zwiebellook.
It's Zwiebellook. Yeah, onion look.
Zwiebellook.
Yes, the onion look is amazing. Yeah,
Oh, okay, we'll have to get that word in there.
onion
I'll
look.
start using it. Yeah, I'll start using that
But
word.
onion look is already in the dictionary. We came too late.
Oh, wait, it is?
Yes.
Oh, oh. Well, you
In
know what?
German we
Nobody
say
uses it, so.
Zwiebellook.
Well, nobody uses that word here, so I can use it and start it
Yes, you
here.
can use it. You can make it popular. You can make it popular
That's
to
right.
use it.
That's
Yeah.
right. I'll make it go
Yes. And I
viral.
hope
I'll make
so
it go
that the
viral.
audience is also using it then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Onion look. Yeah. Bo,
Yes.
tomorrow at for you 1400 and for me
Okay.
2100 we will see again, but privately. You have another link for this. I hope you know this. Have you seen this?
All right.
Yeah.
Because this one I
Um,
went to the Teach Me English.
Yes, yes, I have always different links for different purposes, um, because it's not funny when you have a private session, for instance, and then suddenly 20 other people are here. So this is the reason. So this is the reason why I always create new links. Yeah, but the link I have already submitted. Okay, so I will rewatch this later because I want to repeat that what you said about pictures. What have I learned today? I learned that mood is very important to get a summarize of the picture, the image, the illustration, whatever it is exactly. And the second thing is,
It's kind of like
mm,
talking.
yeah, it's like a
It's
talk, it's
like
like a
talking
chat, it's like chatting. Yes.
with your inflections, with your
Hmm.
inflections convey, you know,
Hmm.
and your expressions convey a lot of meaning.
Yes, it's not the total amount of words. It's the expression which is supported by mood.
Right. Right. And the
This is what
feeling.
I
And the
learned
feeling.
today.
And the feeling.
Yes, the feeling and
You
emotions.
learned village. You learned village.
Yes,
You learned
exactly, but
village.
I cannot say it correctly.
I am a
Very
teacher.
village. It's a
Holy
it's a
shit.
very it's a very wonderful village. It's a very wonderful village.
Yes. God.
Yeah, it
I
was
still
a
like
glorious
village.
victory. It's the same we like in victory, isn't it? Or is it victory? Is it
Victory Village.
victory
Yeah.
or is it
Yeah. Victory
victory?
Village.
Victory Village very well.
Victory. Victory.
Victory
Victory
Village
Village.
very well.
Victory and villain. And villain. Villain.
Villain? What is
Villain.
villain?
Villain is
How
just
do you
another
spell it?
example. Villain, a bad guy. V
How do you
I
spell it?
L L O N. V I
Oh,
L L O
L
N.
I without another
Did
I.
you
It's
realize?
V
Villain.
I double L O N.
Yes.
I repeat
V
it. I
I
repeat it.
L L
Villon.
I before the O.
Okay,
Oh
so
no.
V I
Oh
double
yeah,
L
no,
I O
no.
N.
That doesn't look right.
No,
No, that
this
doesn't look right. No, it
V
doesn't look
I
right.
double L O N.
Let's make it one L.
One L.
The villain.
How is it spelled?
Yeah.
Vilion or Vilon?
No, because that would be Villion. I can't believe I can't spell Villion. Villain.
We will figure this out next week. We will have a look on Willon.
I tell you, I'm not really back. My mind isn't really back yet. My mind isn't back yet. Like I haven't been able to sleep the
Hey, you
past like
were
2 nights.
in at the Rocky Mountains. Your mind cannot be here. It's still
I
blown
mean,
away.
I'm all over the place. And then I had to get up so early. I went to sleep at like 4:30, and I had to get up at 7 o'clock to get to the doctor at 8:30. So I was like, oh, all right. So I think it's some drug they have me on that causes this, and it's a heart drug, and I'm going to see the
Mm.
heart doctor in 2 weeks, and I have a feeling that she's going to up it, and I'm going to tell her what I think of the drug. I'm like scared to death. I don't. Everything you read about this drug is the worst, and um, I'm gonna just talk to her about it, even though I have before, and I'll see. I'll see.
Yes, there are some fears here. I can hear you. Yes, there are some fears about this. What is it? Mm, is it a vaccine that you get, or what is it?
It's no, um,
Are
it's a
these
statin.
drops?
Oh,
Ah,
oh no, no, it's a pill.
a
It's a pill
pill.
you take
Yeah.
at night,
Yeah, please,
and
talk about the concerns when you meet the doctor. Please talk about the concerns. It's very very important.
well, that's I'm going to, and like I
Mm,
had a whole book and everything on it, and so much research. And when the other doctor that I had, when I told him, he kind of blew it off and said, "Well, it really works. You know, it worked. It started. It's a cholesterol drug, is what it is, and I don't
mhm,
have any cholesterol problem. But then they found out that it works for the heart to keep the vessels clear. So
mhm.
that's why I'm on it. So
Aha.
I don't know. Hopefully, I'll be able to get off it one of these days." Unless I'm in the crematorium.
When
Getting
there are
off it.
concerns, Bo, you should have to talk about this with the doctor. This is really really important
Oh
because
yeah.
the doctor is able to give you or to take off the concerns, yeah, or to give you an alternative if there is one. Yeah, so please talk definitely with the doctor about this. This is very very important. And
Um, I
tomorrow
will.
we will talk about no, we don't talk about, we will talk. Yeah, we will talk in German, and our topic for tomorrow is inside the shop.
Oh god. Okay.
Yes. At one
I
point
guess I'll
you
be
will
doing
be the
homework in the morning.
client, at one point I will be the client, and then we will sell or buy several things. Yes, and you can suggest some products for tomorrow. But
Okay.
do this tomorrow.
Okay.
Bodine, what time is it in your surroundings?
It is 15:31.
15:31. Here it is 22:31.
Oh,
So
right.
I have to say goodbye for today. Bo,
Okay.
wonderful to have you here. Thank you so much for your help, and thank you so much for this talk. I can learn so many things from you. Thank you very much for the tellings. Thank you very much for the stories. Thank you very much for all the input. You cannot believe it, maybe you cannot believe it, but this is exactly what brings the language closer to me, to my ears, maybe also to the audience. But as we know, we don't do this for the audience; we do this for us. But when the audience also have fun because of this, and maybe you know this, Bo. We cried together, we laughed together, we felt hatred together. We felt every feeling that we can feel in some kind together. This is something the audience don't know, but now they heard it. And let's continue this. Do you have time next week, same time, same station?
Yeah. Same time,
Yeah,
same
wonderful. Yeah, wonderful. So let's say goodbye to the audience, and Bo, wonderful afternoon and evening for you. And I think we should wait a second. Is it wink or is it wank together?
That's wave.
Wave
That's
together.
wave.
In
Wink
German we say winken or wink. Aha, we
is
say
winken.
zwinkern. Zwinkern, wink.
Winken.
Aha.
Oh,
Okay,
sweet.
so and the other thing we don't have to explain. I think everyone knows what it means. So let's wave together. Yeah. Have a nice evening. Have a nice day.
Okay.
World, good night or good
Yes.
morning. Have a nice afternoon or a wonderful breakfast. A great lunch. We don't know when you are watching. Yes. So have a great
That's
rest of
right.
your day.
Okay.
Bye. A great
Okay.
rest
You
of your
too.
day.
You too.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Kisses.
Enjoy your evening.
Ciao.
Enjoy your evening.
You
Kisses
too. You
and
too.
hugs.
Bye.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Till tomorrow. Bye.